All right, what's up? Good morning, Coneheads. How you doing? Let's see if we can make this work. Give me a second. We're gonna look at some pretty grass and some pretty mountains. so so bear with me here. We're going to get this camera working here. I gotta figure out something. Why the camera is not working? Always exciting moments here. Let's see here. Let's see, activate. I'm trying to get my camera on. There we go. It's trying. Camera's trying. Oh, bear with me. That'll work, I guess. You hear clicking. What's up, Whitney? All right, we're good. We got this shenanigans going. Let me turn off the beautiful skyline here. Anyway, what's up? Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. I shared the story trying to talk my mom into setting a VCR up a couple years ago, maybe like 20 years ago. And I was trying to get her to set up on Zoom just a minute ago. We're going to try to talk to Mama Boylan in about 10-15 minutes. So we'll see if this works. But hey, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. We got some nasty weather rolling up in the upper Gulf we're going to talk about. And tornadoes in Dallas. Yes, that was last night. Even this morning we had tornado warnings in Louisiana. So we're showing all that. We still got our little yellow guy out in the Atlantic. We got cold air dipping down. First snow of the season. Next week. So, yeah, we'll show all that. So, Mom, if you're listening, don't say anything, Mom, because your audio's on, and everybody will hear you. So we're gonna try this thing out. I don't know. I don't even know what we're gonna talk about, but my mom is gonna make her first debut in television. I feel like David Letterman when he used to interview his mom. So I see some people. What's up? What's up, Drew, Whitney, John, Deer Park? What's up, Jenny Reeves? Happy Thanksgiving, Loretta Reed. Yes, very thankful this season. To all you Weather Page fans, MWPs, we've had an unbelievable season starting in May. Did a lot of tracking, storms, record season. Let's show the puppies what we gabble. So if you're traveling, safe travels. I hope you have a great day. If you're getting turkey, enjoy it. Get your gobble on Thanksgiving. Yet we got ABC, so huge thanks to ABC for their second season, and looks like they're going to be doing a little bit more next year. So we love them. Thank you, ABC, for everything, for sure. So let's see. So Stephanie Stokes. Yeah, Stephanie's been there for a long time. Panhandle, Georgia. Looks like all storms are going to be behind you, Stephanie, which is good. Whitney, we're thankful for you too, man. Thank you, Linda. Shelly, yeah, there's a funny story about 919, and I was so panicky trying to get the camera. I had to go get some Big Brew, Big Storm, 250 milligram. We're gonna pop the top. Oh crap! Together, and it makes a little bit of a mess. So I'm not drinking beer. This is coffee. So, oh man. So yeah, hey, thanks Tony. And we're still gonna be live at least 2-3 times a week. We're not going anywhere. We talk a lot about winter. We talk about the storms. We talk about spring. So don't go anywhere. This is a year-long deal. We do it all year long, for sure. So let's pop right into the weather going on right now. Then we'll get into Mama, because Mama's probably patiently waiting. This is going on right now. Look at this. So 3 days of storms. Let's take a look at current radar. So this had the classic comma shape last night. We have a low pressure system spinning across the middle U.S. and bringing up some nasty spring-like storms. Remember, so we've been talking about this for a little bit. It's been showing up on future radar, but this is current. This is pretty classic setup here. So we have a big low pressure spinning up here, Missouri, bringing in all this spring-like storms, and this is happening now. This is a pretty hefty line. We've had tornado warnings already this morning, so this is what we got going on. This is live. This is not the cold front coming down next week. This is the actual prelude to the big front next week. But nasty weather today possible. So, stay alert, traveling. The long-range models predicted this one last week, so we got a lot of people traveling. So be alert on that. We have Storm Prediction Center showing today, and then tomorrow we got more for Texas, Louisiana. This is because our front's going to flatten out. The front is actually going to kind of end up stalling out right here. So we have storm threats tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Terrible, yucky. We don't like that. And then even on Friday, Black Friday, storms. So this front's going to linger down 2-3 days, and we got storm chances. This is Friday, unfortunately. So it all played out. The Panhandle definitely going to get action. Peninsula, no. But the big stuff still seems middle Gulf westward. So that's happening now. So we had tornadoes last night in Dallas area. We've had tornado warnings this morning, and Storm Prediction Center showing the next 2 days we could have this front flatten out. So that's the weather. Hey Linda, I don't know if you found a storm or not. Happy Thanksgiving, Gunner. What do you think about Thanksgiving tomorrow, huh? Louie's excited about Thanksgiving. We're excited about Thanksgiving. Chris, I don't think that line's coming through Tampa. Let's look at a couple things, then we'll get Mama on the phone, and we'll talk about Thanksgiving. I'll show some pictures. Tropics wise, here's that little yellow circle that won't go away. It's still out there, 30%. It's all tied into this old front here. Check it out. This is an old front. Tails of fronts can sometimes start subtropical type systems, so it's going to kind of meander out here and eventually get picked up off another front. So no worries. Looks like Bermuda rain chances are even less now. So that's, we still got tropics. The season won't go away. So I posted this earlier. This is next Wednesday morning. It does appear the whole state of Florida next week is going to be 30s with 50s making it all the way down to South Florida. This huge blast of cold air next week coming down. This is Wednesday morning. pretty real when we get into 40s and 50s. And for you snow chasers, I've been showing a lot of this. Good chance for Gatlinburg next weekend, or next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. We have most all the models still showing snow chances for Gatlinburg and all the Appalachians. So this is next Tuesday, this is Wednesday morning, and this is a pretty high accumulation going up into Virginia. So definitely this next week cold snap is huge, and it's going to come all the way down into Florida, Louis. What do you think about that? So yeah, Stephanie, look at that. This is next Tuesday. Snow next Tuesday in the mountains. All right, there's Mama waiting. All right, let me tell Mom this is like 2 more minutes. Hey, Mom, like a couple more minutes. How y'all gonna hear? I don't know. This ought to be interesting. So here's Hunter, by the way. So, but yeah, what do you think, Hunter? It's gonna be Hunter's first real cold front. He's excited. So let's look at the future radar. Everybody likes to know what's going on. So this front's gonna flatten out. It's been showing up, flattening out for some time now. So let's go out, I guess, the next 60 hours or so. Just kind of get a good look at what we got. And let me let them load. But here's what we got today. There's our storms setting up. And what happens, our front kind of flattens out. And we're going to have a skinny little line. This is through tonight. But then this is going into Friday noontime. So here's Friday at noon. The NAM doesn't pick up a lot of moisture. But the general thing is the low pressure is going off this way. The front's going to flatten out. So we have storms tomorrow and Friday, and again, the peninsula looks clear as far as that goes. Let's look at Euro goes out a little bit longer. We can take a look at that, see what kind of weekend rains we got, and there you go. So here's tomorrow morning. This is Thanksgiving morning. This has been very consistent line of rains across the upper Gulf, heavily in the northeast, and then we get through the day. The front flattens out. And Friday morning right here. So there's our storms developing again Friday, Texas, Louisiana, as our front flattens out. And then Saturday, kind of more of the same. There's our front just hanging out. So upper Gulf, Texas, rainy, stormy chances are going to linger up into the first part of the weekend. And then boom, here's our next big front coming down. Look at that. That is massive. So this is next Monday night. Look at this low pressure. This is a pretty hefty low right here. Big dip in the jet stream. And we're going to be getting pretty good rain chances here on Monday across pretty much everybody in the south and the east here. This is Monday morning. But look what's creeping in behind it. Cold weather and snow. And there's pretty good chances of snow Tuesday going into Wednesday, even possibly Georgia. And there it is. It lingers around a little bit. This is Tuesday morning. So Tuesday, Wednesday, he'll be whining. He wants his little brother. And then look, it's all gone. So that's it. That's what's coming. We're going to chase snowflakes, James. Right? What do you think, Hunter? Hunter's such a good boy, isn't he? He's a good boy. All right, Mom, you're almost ready. Mom's patiently waiting to say hi to everybody. So, but we'll say some more Thanksgiving stuff here in a second. I'll show you some pictures of a boiling Thanksgiving, right? This is Hunter's first Thanksgiving, by the way. This is his first one. You excited? You gonna eat turkey? You like turkey? Hunter likes, watch this. Hunter, this is so cute. Hunter, watch this. Hunter likes to lay on his back. He's in heaven. Look at that. Hey, guys. Help me. All right. All right. So, Shelly's in here, too, by the way. We love Shelly. She's been helping us all year. I really appreciate her work and Phil behind the scenes. Julie's helped a bunch. And very thankful for everybody in Mike's Weather Page world, for sure. So anyways, Thanksgiving. So let me show you a little funny video we did. So this was, do you remember 4 years ago, the mannequin challenge was popular? So let me see if I can get my mom on the phone here. Let's see if she's, let's see, how am I going to hear her? Let me see. Let me see here. All right, Mom, you hear me? Wow. Okay, let's see how loud you are. All right, talk. There you go. Okay, we can hear Mama. Let's see. Talk again.
Okay, I'm set. Ask me a question. I'll tell you no lie.
All right. So, Mom, we're gonna watch. Do you remember when we did the mannequin challenge where I made everybody freeze frame and we?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show that. Be quiet here real quick. So this was our mannequin challenge a few years ago. Look at that. There's Julie. There's my brother eating green beans. There's my dad with the turkey. Look at that. That's so awesome. That was 4 years ago we did this. So there's mom. Look at mom's got her mashed potatoes thing. So that was so fun. They didn't even know what, they're not Facebookers back then, so they didn't know what the hell. They're like, "What are you doing? Look, can't we just eat?" And I'm like, "No, man, we got to do a Facebook challenge." So that was funny. I wanted to share that. Let me see if I can get the video over here, and then we'll look at some stuff here. I don't even know if this is going to work. Let's see. There's mom. There's mom. All right. Let's just leave mom up here in a little box. All right. We can hear. We see you, mama. You can talk now.
I'll show my little things from Publix. All my little people. Salt, pepper shakers. In the butter dish.
We love Publix.
And the napkin holder. Publix did it all. I love it all. Good old Publix.
Yeah, so we talked about that. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show the pictures here. I got a whole bunch of pictures. So let's look back at 2013. All right, so let's talk about what has been mom's. All right, let's talk about Thanksgiving. How can I say your age? You're 80 now. Okay, we can't see your face, so you got to get up a little higher. Only see. There you go. Well, all right. So here, let me show you a picture of the girls. Nobody else is going to see this, but we've always had a good Thanksgiving dinner, right? So let's talk about your day. So when does it start in the Boylan house? Buying a turkey. What do you got going on today with the turkey? You guys are thawing the turkey?
Thawing out. It's been there since Sunday. We got a 17-pounder this year. Dad in the past is about 25-pounders, and I can't hardly lift them. So this year it was kind of a normal 17 pounds great.
And what about, do you still do gravy, right? You were very traditional, right? You still make gravy?
Oh, yeah, everything's a regular Thanksgiving dinner in our house. Always. Green bean salads, pistachio salad, squash, crusts, the rolls, the turkey, the gravy, the mashed potatoes, and the pumpkin pie. I mean, do this. Traditional can you get? Cranberry sauce. Oh gosh, I always buy cranberry sauce. Or just dinner is over. It goes down the disposal. So that's her dinner from us. Is cranberry.
Well, it's always funny. I show a picture of Dad. You guys get very protective of your turkey. Like get out of the kitchen. You've told the kids. I've learned over the years to tell the kids, don't go near Grandpa or Grandma when they're in the kitchen. Right? I mean, this is your.
That's a one-man kitchen for two-man.
So Dad does the turkey, right? Have you ever cut the turkey, or is that his job? He won't let you do it.
I wouldn't do it. No, it has to. He has to do it. He either does it or we'll eat it all together in one great big lump.
I got pictures here. I'm trying to find one of the girls. Everybody's watched Emily grow up. So here's a picture of Emily with no tooth. No tooth. Look at this. I know you can't see it, but so tell me about your plates. You're proud of your plates, right? We got these cool plates.
Oh, they're beautiful. They were from Vermont, and they were all scenes of the winter in Vermont, and its church, and the snow scenes, and the covered bridges, and it was a whole set that was sold in different country stores up in Vermont, and I've had them forever. And every year I use them once a year.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at them now. What? The one thing you guys cooking like? So you grew up in Pennsylvania, and all your Griswold stuff, right? Talk about how over the years you've kept your Griswold tradition and cast iron pots. And what about that pot you have behind you, the 1800 pot? Can you grab that? Is that too heavy? Because I think that's really amazing.
Yeah.
So mom, talk about. So mom still does her mantle, by the way. So I when I left home, which was I was 26, um, I used to do the mantle for mom, and she's still does it. I mean, she puts the lights out. She does the decorations. She does the and it's awesome. So she's kept the mantle tradition alive. But going back to cooking in the boilings, this is crazy. So look at that pot. Hold it up a little bit, like by your face. It's probably 20 pounds. Look at that. So what is the deal with that thing?
Well, we go to an antique shop store one time down in Sarasota, and they appraised it, said it was from the late 1790s, and it was worth $500, and that was probably about I don't know, maybe 50 years ago. No, we don't use it. That's just decoration.
Right, but like your Griswold stuff. Now we see the top of your head again, Mom. We gotta keep looking.
World.
Do you remember me trying to teach you how to set the VCR like in the 80s, and I used to call and get so frustrated?
Oh my gosh! You know, one time that we had him fix it all up for us, and then he went off to play with his friends. So we were going to watch TV again, regular, and we didn't know how to put all the wires back the way he had done it. So we had to call him up after his friend's house and say, Mike, how do you put it back together? And over the phone, he'd say, take the white wire and put it in the second one over. And he had to tell us over the phone how to put it back so we could knew what we were doing.
Yep.
It was a riot.
Well,
we couldn't do anything without Mike.
Well, but I've had that frustration level this morning trying to teach you how to use Zoom. And
I'm zooming. Hey, man.
Yeah. So now I'm looking at
so
we're looking at this. So this picture I'm showing now is 2019, and you guys look the same, which is amazing.
Oh yes.
We all do. No, and I'll pull up one now from 2000 and so this is 2019 I'm looking at. And look, we're all sitting in the same spots. I guess tradition with Thanksgiving is a lot about tradition, right? So we come over, we take naps after we eat, right? We get all fattened up.
We used to watch a parade, but I don't know if they have those anymore either.
They recorded it, I've heard.
Oh, life is never going to be the same.
Wow. So I'm looking. So we got a 8-year difference in picture here, right? So. One thing about Grandma and Grandpa's houses, they don't change much. It's tradition, right, Mom? I'm looking. We got to get you some new decorations. Right. But
I don't think so. I know my way out in the middle of the night. That's all I need.
Hey, so seriously, you came. How many brothers and sisters does dear old Mom have? Growing up? Yeah, you're my only mom.
Me? I had 5. There were 7 of us in the family. I was the youngest. And I was born while Roosevelt was president. And my other siblings were born during the Depression. It was a heck of a life.
All right, so what about your Thanksgiving? Like, so you guys didn't have a lot. So, like,
No.
way back then, right? Like in the 40s and 50s, what was Thanksgiving like then compared to now? I mean, was it more of a did you guys go out and get your own turkeys? I mean, did you have elaborate meals? Was it like big tradition? I mean, what was it like with a big family without a lot of income?
I think that people that live in the country ate good because they had chickens and they had gardens and they had hunting and they get their deer, and it wasn't really bad for people in the country, but people in the cities, they must have really been suffering a lot. And having soup kitchens for Thanksgiving, but we always just had a regular meal.
Right. What about the gun on the mantle? What's the deal with that? Somebody was asking.
That's an 1840 Parker.
Wow.
Parker. That is very old. Yes, 1840.
All right, so I'll put you on the spot. This was totally unscripted. So, what is your All right, so obviously we have a few fans watching of Mike's Weather page, right? What is a crazy story that you can share about me that you always remember that I'm curious about? Like if you had that one memory of something crazy or shocking of me growing up, what was that?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I don't know. That does put me on the spot because I would have to really think back. Mike is an RC car racer, and we went all over the United States with him when he was young, and he was a wonderful racer. Wonderful. So we went to the big race, and he was going to race 12th scale car, and we were so excited. He was top qualifier. It was awesome. And we were sitting there waiting, and they started, and Mike had put his motor in backwards. And when he took off, he went backwards, and we just about flipped out. We could not believe it. His big moment, he would have been 12th scale national champion, and he put it in backwards. So that was a horror movie.
Yeah, well, that was.
I'll push it.
I grew up racing these little radio control cars, and it was huge. It still is a big hobby. But it got me involved with. I met some NASCAR people. I'm seeing if I can find a video here of it. So we can show everybody my growing. Here it is, right here. This is it. So this. I'm gonna show a little video of it. So this is in Orlando. This was my life growing up, racing these little radio control cars, and it was very professional. It was in the late '80s and '90s. This track was. It was like Daytona NASCAR of RC racing, and I got to meet a lot of NASCAR drivers, friends with Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards, a lot of crew chiefs, a lot of. So that was my life growing up. This is the Whippoorwill back in Orlando. So every Saturday morning, that's what we did, and it was fun. So that was cool times. So how about when was the when have I made you the most mad over the years? Does one memory stand out that you can share?
I don't think, you know what, we always say you were born old.
I was born old.
You were our friend. You were our pal.
Okay, we should just leave it there.
It was just one of those deals where we thought in our mind we had the best kid that ever happened in the face of the earth.
Yeah. Well, I still feel.
Honest to God, isn't that awful? I cannot think of one time you made me mad.
Good. No regrets. So we got Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I do have another mother that very dear to me. Julie's mom is coming to dinner tomorrow, so we're real excited about that. We're gonna actually have one more seat at the table. My mother-in-law Emily is coming along, so we're excited about that, which is cool. So we're really looking forward to sitting around doing nothing. But hey, how about this? So people always ask me how I got involved with weather, right? Do you have any idea? Because I don't even know when I got interested in weather. I mean, I remember watching the Weather Channel growing up. I remember playing in the streets at Bradenton and seeing the storms roll in every day. But my granddad, right, Dad's dad, used to track hurricanes. And that's what I tell people, because you guys told me that. So tell me the story of how he used to track hurricanes, I guess, on his paper maps.
Yeah. Publics would have the maps, and they would hand them out to their customers. And it was a map of the Caribbean. And then the weathermen on the national channels would give you the coordinates. Every time they'd have a weather report, they'd give the coordinates. And everybody with their little map would draw the line and follow the storm on the map. And it was their fun and games, and they'd be looking forward to all the updates so that they could draw their little lines. And it was the way it was back then.
But I'm saying Granddad did that.
Oh, yes, he did.
So he was a storm tracker. What year was that? What year?
Back in the 60s. I think they were the first ones in Donna. Donna was a bad one. And but then the biggest one we remember is when it went up to the Gulf, in the center of the Gulf, and straight up to New Orleans. And it was Camille. Camille to us was the worst one as far as damage and some of the horror stories of Camille and the strength and the surge and the depth of the water coming into high-rise apartments and people floating out of their windows on mattresses, and it was just an exciting
Not exciting.
storm to watch. And even today, if it shows on reruns, we always try to watch the one on Camille, because that was, to me, one of the more dangerous and scary ones.
Well, you guys, so Dad was stationed at Patrick's Air Force Base, right? And you told me in the 50s, didn't you guys have back-to-back hurricanes? It seemed like it was when you guys moved in.
Yeah, we did back in the early '60s. There was two of them. It was funny too because back then they didn't have a lot of announcements of what was going on. And our family's in Pennsylvania, and we lived in Melbourne, Florida. And the news kept reporting that the eye of the storm was over Melbourne, Florida. Well, my gosh, they didn't know what was going on because there wasn't any news like today. There wasn't tracking. There wasn't a lot of the information comes across. So they were kind of on pins and needles wondering what was going on with us being in Melbourne and them not knowing what was happening. But Dad was in the Air Force, and he had to remove all the airplanes. He was an air traffic controller at the air base, and he had to move all the planes out of Patrick and get them to different places around the southern states to get away from the storms that came up. So that was kind of exciting also.
So did you see the video? I took Emily out last night and we went and watched
Yes, we did. Yes, that's the same one I watched from our house.
Oh, you saw it last night?
No, I mean, no. I'm talking about the space shuttle that went off.
What about Dad? So we have a lot of space junkies. Didn't he give a lot of astronauts rides home back in the day?
Yeah, well, he was an air traffic controller, and Patrick Air Force Base was the 7 original astronauts base when they'd come into Cape Canaveral. And they would come into base ops and flight follow. They put in their flight plans, and it was during that period of time with the original 7 astronauts, and that was quite amazing.
Yeah, so he remembered them, right? I mean, they were just normal guys.
Everyone. I worked at a bakery up in Cocoa Beach, and the astronauts would stop in there, and on the way to work, they'd get donuts. And when John Glenn went up, my baker owner made a big cake in celebration, and he came back down. Well, they baked the cake, but then they delayed the flight. So they had to bring in, they kept putting more frosting on the cake, and it turned huge. The cake was the shape of the capsule that he was in. And they finally had to bring in a refrigerated truck. And they put the cake in the truck to keep it until he had his escape trip. And so when he came back down, they ate this horrible cake. It was probably 3 weeks old. But he was on the news. They came in from all the TV stations and showed him with the cake that he had been baking for John Glenn.
Oh, my God.
And it was kind of neat.
All right, so we'll wrap this up. But listen, so the funny story I have with Thanksgiving is every year it seems like, now maybe people at home can relate to this, you wives and girlfriends that cook, because and guys, I don't know, but it seems like it bothers the women more. But you have forgotten something every dinner, it seems like. I mean, it's become our standing joke. Like one year it was crescent rolls.
Oh, I know it. I do. I understand. And this year, Dad was I told him on his grocery list to bring the cranberry stuff for Julie. Well, he didn't really know what he was trying to find because they have the sauce, which is the gooey stuff, or the ones that look like a jelly roll. You cut it, slice it. I always get the slice kind. Well, he couldn't find it. And so he came home the next time with another order, and he was all excited because he thought he bought cranberry for Julie. And when I looked at the can, it was sliced beets. That was something that we had to make sure today when he went to the store to get what we wanted. So
Yeah.
I just went out and looked at it, and he did. He got the right stuff.
Well, I remember. So then Emily always gives you a hard time about your lumpy potatoes, right?
Oh yeah. They're not home made unless they're lumpy.
And we're looking at your head, by the way. You need to lift up a little bit. There.
Oh yeah. Well, it's lucky everybody. Got to see the top of my head.
Yeah. No, it's great. So let's. All right. We'll one last thing. So everything that so your traditional Thanksgiving dinner is what? Obviously turkey.
Yeah, turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes, green bean salad, pistachio salad, squash, crescent rolls, and pumpkin pie.
Are you sure you got everything?
Uh,
Did you say stuffing?
huh?
Stuffing.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, stuffing.
We
Well,
should.
I had to throw something in there that I forgot. Yes, I do. I have plenty of that too.
Yeah. So look at this. So I'm chatting with mom. I'm writing a thing on there. So chatting with mom. Well, so I did my interview last week with Dylan Hubbard, and we're gonna do real organized ones. But I thought it'd be fun to bring a little more family into it. Come here, Emily. I just seen you walk by. You want to say hi? Come here, Sarah. Come here. Go say hi, everybody. Yeah, you. You're the only Sarah here. What? You want to say hi, Emily?
Can't you see me?
Yeah, you want to? Yeah, everybody's seeing you. So I'm gonna put my camera up. Emily wants to say hi. There's you. You peek in there. There's Emily. We got to turn a little closer to Dad.
Oh, hi.
There you go. No, look at that right there.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Hi.
Tell everybody Happy
Hi.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Loud.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. And Sarah's making her way over. So anything you want to say about no funny stories you can share with me, like
Funny stories
yeah,
about you
I mean
when you were bad or
the
whatever.
cat.
The cat with the Christmas tree.
Oh,
think there's a
Emily
good one.
Emily wants to talk about.
We had a white Thunderbird, and that was our family car. And Mike started high school, and we had a car given to us by Bill's old great aunt, a '56 Ford, dark green. And anyway, he drove it to school, and he came home and he says, "Oh, please don't make me drive that car to school. Please, 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 please." So finally, we gave him the white Thunderbird. Oh wow, he was in seventh heaven to get that Thunderbird. So he went off to race, and he came home and he had bought a bra for the front of the white Thunderbird, and it was a black bra. It was really awesome. It was great, And we were so pleased. He thought he was such a nice kid. And so then a few weeks later, Dad was taking off the bra because he wanted to wash under the bra. And when he took it off, he had run into a nail box and he bought the bra to cover up the.
Oh my God.
I know, that was what you did. You bought the bra to cover up the bang and you didn't offend her.
I just don't remember that. Now I do.
Yeah, right.
Emily wanted you to talk about the cat in the tree. And let me see your face. Let me see your head again. You got to get higher so we can see you. There you go.
Okay.
Remember the cat in the tree? Emily thought that was a funny story.
What was that?
The Christmas tree and the cat.
Oh, good Lord, yes. We were at work. And Mike was home alone with our kitty cat. And the cat climbed our Christmas tree, which was fully decorated, and knocked it over. And the bulbs, they were bursting all over the place. And Mike panicked and he called his dad. And he says, "Oh my God, Clem just climbed the tree and everything's busted all over." And Bill hurriedly left home work and went home and helped him put that tree back up and salvaged everything and get off of it. But it was the cat that did it. Mike was just panicked.
I
It was a riot.
Remember the
But
tree?
yeah.
And all the glass bulbs went everywhere. And you used to put the icicles, and they were everywhere. Remember the icicles?
Oh, I used to hate those things.
I don't
Every
think
time
they-
the window,
I don't think they
I'd
even
open
sell
the
them
door.
anymore.
Oh, thank God, Greyhound, they're gone.
So the funny thing is the fireplace in the background isn't even real, right? So Dad just put a fake fireplace in because the real one got messed up. So
Well, it was 1980s, and they didn't put in galvanized steel for the flue up to the chimney, and to replace it in modern days, it was $9,000.
yeah,
So we decided to put in a an electric.
No, it
bill.
looks great on the camera. That's what I was saying. So
Oh, he did a fantastic job on that. It was just a lot of work. I bet it took him a week. He had a drill, he had a paint, he had a maneuver and make different configurations and buy the right one. There must be 50,000 of them for sale out there on the internet. You have to get the right measurements, you know. It was really a job, but oh my gosh, it's remote control. It has different colored flames. It has the crackle sound for when it's on fire. And it has heat, and it does generate a little bit of heat. So it was a super thing to buy.
well, cool. Well, I guess this is kind of like Thanksgiving, right? People sit around and share stories. I mean, we're very fortunate that we live close. So we've never had to experience like only seeing people a few times a year. So I guess we're lucky for that. And I got the whole world to including our girl Shelly that helps me is in love with BLTs now because I talk about them all the time, right? Your BLT sandwich that I get all the time.
Oh yes, every day. One God Almighty. Always make sure to have that on hand. That's his favorite thing to eat.
I can tell you with this crazy hurricane season, right? I mean, literally, 5 a.m. I work and do the weather stuff, and then about 11:30, I'm like, I'm going to go eat BLTs at Mom's. It was my escape from the computer. Then I would come home and do it all over again. So Mom's BLT fueled the 2020 hurricane season. Right? And there's always, hey, listen, and my mom's like a typical grandma or for the kids because every time you go there's either cookies, brownies, pies. Like the kitchen counter's definitely not a place to be if you're on a diet or a keto diet. I did sneak in some ice cream last night. Me and Emily went to Dairy Queen, so I feel guilty. But anyway, thanks, Mom.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow. I'm glad we figured out technology. We had to do it. She couldn't get the audio to work, so we did it with the phone.
I'm sure a lot of people hung up and said, "Holy crowley!"
We have a few.
That's all right. It's only one day out of his life.
No.
Some stand it.
Some of the reason people follow us is I'm pretty much an average Joe, and now we have we're just an average Joe family, nothing special, right? And somehow I'll gag down your dinner tomorrow.
I'll make sure to forget something on purpose.
Yeah, we joke a lot. Mom's great, so. All right, Mom. Thanks for being our fun for the day. You go.
Okay, well, thanks for inviting me, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody that might be listening. All 5 people.
Yeah.
That would be 5 of our family members.
We'll post pictures. All right. See you, Mom.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
All right. So I don't know if anybody's even left. That was chatting with Mom. So there you go. You guys rock. I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't want to I don't know. We didn't even have a script. I just figured it'd be fun to show you guys that we have crazy shenanigans like everybody else. Let me close my windows here and pop up something. We'll finish by, I guess, just chatting. Let me close all my little windows. I got so many picture windows up. So hey, Yo-Hell, what's up, buddy? Yeah, hey, Tim Bolin, Shelly, thanks, Shelly. Yep. Mom's mom, man, she put up with a lot with me growing up. I used to sneak out of the house a lot, and I think she kept a lot of things away from Dad. But I'm very blessed. I mean, God, she's living on 9 lives, man. I mean, she started smoking, I guess, at 12 or 13 with my dad back when it was cool in the 50s, and they smoked 2, 3, 4 packs a day, and she got COPD a while back and stopped, and somehow she's still kicking. Anyway, thanks, Mary Carol. Yeah, she had a few good stories. I forgot about the car incident. I used to take. So what's really funny is now Emily goes to Eastlake High School where I went, and every day I would leave the school burning rubber. Because my dad's Thunderbird had a 302 in it, and I would just burn the heck out of it. And Dad had to buy Goodyear Eagles a lot. So that was my story. So every time I see the parking lot at Eastlake, I have memories and flashbacks. So, but we talked a lot about weather. I did. I promise we did. There's a lot going on. We got to worry about storms. If you're just tuning in, storms today. This line is setting up pretty strong set of lines rolling eastward. Probably not going to reach the Panhandle, but we got to worry about tomorrow and Friday. So, unfortunately, stormy day. Here's tomorrow and Friday. So that's the short-term weather. But you can always go back and watch it. So anyway, thanks to you, Linda. Whitney, yeah, they smoked a lot, man. We need a sneaky drunk doggy shirt. I was sneaky. I used to sneak in from going out to the ale house many a nights. And somehow, how would I do that? God, I used to actually. I was so afraid that my dad would hear me coming home. I would turn the ignition off and coast into the driveway, so they couldn't hear me. And I still do that now. So. But anyway, yeah. In all seriousness, you guys, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. We've had a wonderful year together. Many ups and downs, tracking storms, but we got a great weather family. Drew Garabo, we chatted on Twitter a little bit ago. So him and John Sinning are new allies of our site. Shelly's been a big part of our site. Phil behind the scenes. Tom and Dan Show are big allies now, giving us some connections. Great to meet those guys. Big Storm Brewery, LJ and Justin, and the whole crew down there. What's up?
I'm just waiting.
What do you want? Dunkin' Donuts, probably?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Emily's giving me the look like, I want Dunkin' Donuts. But yeah, no, our site's really become a big weather family, and I appreciate that. So, and, we'll keep on plugging away. So yeah, Drew's great. Tom and Dan's great. Memories. We'll have new memories. Mary Carol. We'll be live next Monday, guaranteed. We'll be talking. I'm talking about this big cold front. I'm gonna beg Julie. I'm gonna ask Julie very politely if me and Emily can fly to Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna snow, man. I get so giddy when it snow. And she wants to go to Margaritaville, man. So look at this. So we got. I always think it's really fascinating, the first snow of the season. But it's showing up on all models, and we got a big dip. All you got to do is follow that 540 line and realize this high pressure is pushing down, and we're gonna have 30s in Florida next Wednesday morning. But even so, the Euro is usually a little bit overdone, but it's showing upwards 6 inches plus in some of the higher elevations. Even the GFS showing about the same. Anything purple is 6-7 inches. So there's high confidence now. I mean, we showed it yesterday, and I don't even want to go into the other models. I don't think NWS goes that far yet. No, they don't. I don't know. Do we have the Canadian on here? Canadian only shows the states here on this one, but we can take a look at it. And it's shown heavily too. This is next Tuesday into Wednesday. So if you're going snow chasing, I would arrive Monday. And it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, snow in the mountains in Gatlinburg. So that's fun. All right. Cool beans. All right, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Mirtha, hey, what's up? Linda, again, already crying. Linda was the one that I didn't get to meet on Halloween week there. I missed that, and I've shown a lot of cool stuff. I think I got everybody's stuff. I still got my coconut. Yo, hell, I gotta cut my coconut nut. It's probably bad now. So anyway, all right. So be safe. Give love to your family and friends. We got a special Thanksgiving tomorrow with Julie's mother-in-law coming over, Emily. So I'll post pictures for sure, and we'll keep up. So be good. Have a great day. Yep, Timothy. I'll be wearing flip-flops in the snow, maybe. Hey, Aaron, what's going on? We do, Katie. Have the best family. Yep. See you, Whitney. Happy Thanksgiving, Robin. Thank you. Thank you, Lisette. James, peace out, man. What's up there, James Gibson? Appreciate it, man. I think we do a good job. I think, I think can't do any more. That's for sure. We've been live. I wish I could go back and see how many live minutes we've been on this year. That would be a record for sure. Hey, Julie, thank you. Hey, Amanda Guy. So, all right, everybody rocks. So, be good and have a great day. We will see you, I guess, Monday. Stay safe out there in the upper Gulf. You got to watch these little sneaky storms rolling in today. We already had a couple tornado warnings pop up. So, it's going to be, unfortunately, a rough travel day for anybody here, Louisiana, Mississippi. So, there you go. All right, we'll